Hello YouTube, welcome to today's video. In today's video we're going to be watching a banger game of Bo playing Kha Zix in US solo queue. I was actually watching the end of this game. He is currently sitting at 1500 LP in Challenger, and he's showcasing his runes, and I'll just talk about them real quick. This right here is very normal, going first strike into footwear with futures marking and cosmic insight. Domination secondary, also very normal. There are a few different pages that you can go. You can obviously go sudden impact, eyeball collection, or umbral zombie war with umbral glaive. Because he's not playing with umbral glaive, he doesn't go for zombie ward and therefore goes for eyeball collection. He then goes for treasure hunter. If you're playing with Prowler's Claw, then Ingenious Hunter is also quite good. Some players like Relentless Hunter and Kha Zix, and some people even like Ultimate Hunter and Kha Zix. So all of these four are viable. It just comes down to your playstyle. And then an interesting thing for Bo when he's playing Kha Zix is the fact that he takes attack speed rather than double AD. And the reason why he takes magic resist here is because he's playing against Zac in jungle and against Kassadin. So rune page wise, it is quite normal. And I'm not going to spoil too much about this game, but I can just say that it's going to be a very banger game. So we can put some sound on. Bo does not really commentate. His English is getting better, but he doesn't really speak too much about what he's gonna do or why he's doing it. But he's gonna say some fun words from time to time. Actually, something's already been happening here before, so let's just go back. And then let's see. So he goes for Blue Smite. I would have personally went for the same. I haven't played a single game of Kha Zix just yet in pre-season, but the reason why Blue Smite feels really nice is because of the increased movement speed once you have fully stacks, and that is very, very nice to flank because you get movement speed also from your ulti. You could go Relentless Hunter for even more movement speed. You could go Ghostblade for more movement speed, stuff like that. A lot of stuff happens here level 1 as a fail invade. I'm assuming the reason why he wanted to level 1 invade here is the fact that Kha Zix is stronger than Zac level 1, because Zac starts W. Aatrox though is quite strong level 1. Trundle is also okay level 1, but I would say that Aatrox has a slight advantage if he can obviously hit all of his Qs. But he then goes to invade again, which is a little bit weird. I didn't see the start of this game, I only saw the end of it. So he invades even though Zac is level 2, but that doesn't really matter too much. He has Sweeper, so he knows that he's not on Vision. And then he's probably just gonna go in and steal it away from the Zac here. And then he actually takes a point in E so that he can instantly jump and kill. This is only so that he can kill the Zac, because it actually weakens his clear quite significantly. And then we get Bo laughing, having a good time. And yeah, in Season 12 it would significantly weaken your clear having E, but in Season 13 it's a little bit better. He just jumps straight onto the Aatrox because he knows Aatrox doesn't have flash because of the level 1. Ends up actually dying here, so not the best start for Bo. Has wasted a lot of time right now and hasn't even cleared a single of his jungle camps on his own side. So let's see how he comes back from this. A little bit awkward gank on top.
Fine.
So you see Zac is on bot side, because he obviously killed him on red buff, so that makes a lot of sense. Takes the blue buff. And then we'll see if he decides to come back into this game through ganking, or if it's through farming. Looks like it is gonna be through fighting and ganking. Oh, very unfortunate. Ends up wasting quite some time, but he gets another Scuttle Crab. The Scuttle Crab did get buffed in Season 13, or at least in pre-season compared to Season 12, whereas Crux got nerfed, but are also now easier to clear. Some more fighting happening here. I don't think... Oh, they will actually win this one, because Amumu's here. Amumu hits both Qs. And Bo picks up 2 kills. Very nice, very nice. And with Treasure Hunter, he already now has 3 stacks. One from Zac, one from Rel, and one from Caitlyn. Interesting to see that Bo decided not to back and then base and then farm. He's actually staying on the map with a little bit more gold than what I would. But obviously this guy is very good, and I've learned a ton from Bo when it comes to his Graves, and still to this day I'm actually using his Graves build, and that was partially one of the reasons why... He's basically partially one of the reasons why I'm 60% win rate in Grandmasters on West with Graves. So I am very happy to see Bo play Kha Zix. He ends up ganking bot lane here, and the reason why is because obviously the fail ganked on top lane, so top lane more or less is just going to be weak side. And he has a really good setup with the Amumu Q for CC, so he can just follow up. So I'm assuming that is the reason why he is just going to be focusing on bot lane. And Kassadin post 6 is not that easy to gank, so... Let's see what is he gonna go here. He's thinking about what he will go, and he ends up just rushing for Prowler's Claw. It's a little bit interesting. Some people would go Hydra, because Hydra is very broken item on most AD junglers at the moment, but he rushes for Prowlers.
Come here.
His wolves are gone, so he decides to just instantly play for the bot scuttle. It's a little bit interesting. I personally would just have played for the red buff, but it obviously would be a little bit risky because obviously Aatrox is winning on top side and Kassadin can easily rotate with his ulti. And Bo instead decides to just take the bot scuttle and start the dragon. Will he fight or will he stay on the Drake? He stays on the Drake. And he's gonna involve Q. Very interesting to do with Prowlers. I've seen Broxa do in Season 12. He then finds the sack and gets his passive. Can they finish it? Smite should be possible. Yep. Kassadin is now here. Bo doesn't have mana. And then I don't know what he said except for no mana, but yeah. I've seen Broxa basically go Q evolve with Duskblade in Season 12. Broxa has not been playing Kha Zix in the first week of preseason. As I'm recording this video, it's the 23rd of November. And I think I was in his stream 1 or 2 days ago, and he said that he has not played Kha Zix yet. But yeah, interesting to see Prowlers with Q evolve. Typically you would see people like Tanu do R evolve into Prowlers, which is very normal, also something that I have done myself. But Q evolve in Prowlers is a little bit new. I've maybe seen it once or twice before, but it's definitely not a common thing to do. He then goes for CDR boots, which makes sense because of his Prowlers. I believe if he went for Duskblade or Eclipse, that he would have went for either Mercs or Tabais, and gets the shutdown onto Aatrox here. The power of Q evolve when it's isolated, you can pretty much 1v1 anyone. So yeah, CDR boots is good with Prowlers and Gourd Ranker, and Mercs and Tabais are usually what you would go if you go Eclipse or Duskblade.
What's up?
So I'm not too surprised by his boots choice, looking at his mythic.
Don't carry me. Oh, sorry.
But so far, Bo has gotten both the Dragon and the Rift Herald, so he has been quite focused on objectives. And has 1 level lead onto the sack right now.
Oh, so fat.
And he's been fighting a lot, while still being able to get the objectives. And here, once again, he's playing very aggressive, forcing the sack out of the jungle. It's more or less just forcing a 1v3 situation here. Ends up actually dying for it. 1 for 1 so far. 1 for 2 in enemy's favor. This is not gonna end up in favor of both team. 1 for 3 now. I think I've actually played with this mid king guy myself in solo queue. And then we see Bo go Tiamat, so he's now gonna go for a Hydra, but he's gonna go it as a second item. I don't know if it's better to rush Hydra or go it second. I haven't been playing in preseason myself yet, but when I will play or have played, then I'll let you guys know. He looks for the Kassadin here. Very smart to hold his Prowlers until Kassadin has ultied, and then he can follow up with the Prowlers, and then, yeah, Kassadin flashed, but Bo still had his E up, so he could just follow on top of that and kill. So very mechanically good play. They then kill the sack, they then get the tower. Even though Bo is fed, being 8 and 3, they're still behind overall as a team. It's 13 to 17 in kills. They just got the tower, so they're probably even in terms of gold. But scaling wise, Kassadin is very scary champion to be playing against, and Kassadin is playing with Roa, so he's gonna get a free level. We all know how scary a level 16 Kassadin can be. Bo is gonna play for the dragon here. Very easy to take these objectives with Q Evolve and Kha Zix. I'm not sure if that is why Bo is just focusing so much on objectives this game, if it's because of the Q Evolve, and if he would have went for R Evolve, if he would have played slightly different, but
Base, I need a base. Wait. Don't go.
And he then goes for a Mothman Mortis, which means he is a little bit afraid of the Kassadin, because Zac shouldn't really have that much damage, and those are the only 2 AP champions on enemy team. Which also then means that he's not too afraid of the Aatrox and Caitlyn. Caitlyn obviously because he's not that fed, but Aatrox, he just feels that Kassadin is a bigger threat than the Aatrox. Maybe he can outplay Aatrox slightly easier. Bo gets 1 kill here and flashes out. Hits the W to get the sack passive procced. It will kill the sack as well. Bo's playing very aggressive. To me, it almost seems like limit testing. Like he's playing on the edge of it being too aggressive, or if it being just aggressive enough. But most of the time it seems like he just makes the play work. A few times obviously he ended up dying for it and it not being worth, but here he's just covering for the top side rotation. He gets a kill, then he's gonna kill mid. Oh, he's not gonna kill the Caitlyn, he just farms. But yeah, I'm very surprised to see how aggressive he actually plays on Kha Zix, because I would not personally play it as aggressive as him. And now he's just one-shotting everyone. He has a 3 level lead onto Zac. It's actually the highest level on his team as well. Actually doesn't upgrade his Hexdrinker into a Maw, he just goes for Cyrilla's Grudge, which makes sense. Very good third item to go. Not really worth stacking too much lethality on Kha Zix, unless if you're playing against champions that literally don't get any armor whatsoever, but even then base armor will make lethality slightly worse the longer the game ends up going.
3, 2, 1, hello.
He's just so far ahead that he's just gonna counter jungle pretty much every single jungle camp away from Zac. And here's the Zac. Jumps in 1v2 here, but just has so much damage. And again, he has Hex Drinker here, so that is partially why that this 1v2 is not too bad for him to go. He just one-shots the Aatrox as well.
Oh shit.
Kills the Rel as well, sadly moments of dying.
Oh shit.
A lot of AoE damage here from Hydra makes him able to just clear everything so fast. Anything from jungle camps to clearing out the wave.
Oh.
Everything is just very fast. Keep in mind I am playing it at 1.25 speed, just to make it a little bit faster, but without it being too fast to understand.
Nice try. You don't. You don't. It is for me.
Really doesn't like giving over his red buff to AD carry. It's makes sad that he's 50 in the free. He's the most fed guy in the entire game.
Hello, casting. Hello.
He has a 2-level lead on this Kassadin. And here we have the power of the Blue Smite. Actually, slight misplay from Bo, because he didn't walk into the bush for the increased movement speed.
Three, two, one.
He really wants to kill Kassadin here, but Kassadin is not stepping up. He's just gonna take the third dragon of the game. Will he then also play for the Rift Herald, because he has a minute to play for it. He just decides to fight. One-shots the Rel with 2 Qs. Wow, he actually jumped in here. Oh my! Holy shit, I would never have jumped in there with my E. But he actually ends up killing everyone. Sadly, he ends up giving a 1000 gold shutdown over to Caitlyn. But in this situation, I actually think it's fine, because he got a triple kill, which is worth like 900. If Asher then got a few assists on any of them, then it would have made up for the 1000 gold that he gave over to the Caitlyn. Plus, they also end up getting towers now, because multiple members on the team is dead. So I think this is one of those very few situations where it's actually okay giving up that 1k shutdown. But man, I would never have jumped in with E there. Holy shit, that seemed very... That seemed like an int to me, but Bo somehow managed to E in and still get a triple kill out of that, so... Yeah, I don't know, this guy's just insane. He now has upgraded his Movement Mortis. He built another Warhammer, which I'm assuming is going to be built into a Death Dance. I think he said that Death Dance would make him survive that 1v3 situation underneath tier 3 tower in mid, but I'm not too surprised to see the items that he's buying. Pretty much all of them are normal, except for Hydra, but that's because pre-season changes, that is why it's being bought. Kills the Zac here. Interesting to see that he actually used his E there instead of taking the Blast Cone. I would have taken the Blast Cone, so I'd still have my E.
Okay, fine, no dance.
Okay, this time it wasn't worth to jump in. That was just int. That was just an int play. I don't think that one was limit testing. And yeah, he bought Death Dance. So now he's basically full build at 21 minutes with 23 kills.
Oh my god!
He should buy Elixir here as well, because he has 800 gold in his full build. Unless if he plans on selling an item. He's actually selling his boots here. Oh. No, he goes for Elixir. I'll be very surprised if he sold boots. Boots seems like an ideal item to just have on Kha Zix. Like the move speed feels nice. But maybe because of the blue smite, he can then kind of be okay without having boots here. Holy shit, that's a very big Movement Mortis shield. So he actually is gonna kill everyone here. Wow. He just got a pentakill here. And then he's just gonna go onto Baron here. He's not even taking damage from Baron. We'll see. Will he sell boots now to get a full completed item?
Yeah, it's dead.
He will, and he will then buy Ghostblade. Ghostblade, of course, also giving a little bit of movement speed. Not as much as the boots. But I'm assuming that this has something to do with the blue smite now that he gets the 60% movement speed whenever he enters bushes.
Let's go.
So he's basically 6 items without boots at 23 minutes.
Hello.
And has 28 kills in...
Hello.
I believe this enemy team is Grandmaster, like full Grandmaster, and his team is full Master, but he is himself 1500 LP. Holy shit, that W. Did that W really do 1000 damage?
Hello.
Wow.
Let him back. Why not let him back? I can kill him.
He just wants to kill everyone. Is he gonna go for the fountain dive here? Still a long time.
Let's go.
Oh, minions just spawned. They can actually go for it. Wow. Wow, he actually he ends up with a score of 32 and 5. And as you can see, he got plus 21. He's 1500 LP.
Nice damage.
And
nice.
Yeah, his damage output this game was 65,430, which was more than the entire team combined, basically. So yeah, Bo just completely carried this game 1v9. So yeah, I learned a few things. Probably with Q Evolve is what he went for. He's even willing to sell his boots to go for Ghostblade if he's fed enough with 6 items. Besides that, like Hydra makes sense because of the changes. Mouth Memorial is not unusual. Cyril's Grudge is very common third item for Kha Zix. Death Dance also makes a lot of sense. Runes wise, he has a slightly different version compared to me, but I'll definitely try this out myself, and then I'll let you guys know how my game will end up going. I can pretty much tell that I'm not gonna get 32 kills, but Elo wise, I will potentially be facing some of these same players because Bo is the only one who was challenger in this game. Everyone else was master on his team and full grandmaster on the enemy team. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like. If there's anything in this game that you didn't quite get or is a little bit confusing to you regarding Bo's playstyle here on Kha Zix, then leave it in the comment section down below, preferably with a timestamp so I know exactly what you're talking about, and then maybe I'll be able to tell the reasoning for why he's doing as he's doing. But obviously I am not Bo, and I haven't studied enough of Bo's Kha Zix to be able to tell the exact answer, but I'll give you my idea as to why he's doing as he's doing. Always subscribe to not miss out on future content. I will be playing this build myself, as I said, so if you don't miss out on that video, remember to subscribe. And always, I hope to see you guys in my next YouTube video. See you guys.